So when Ross Perot ran for president, what did that do to politics back in 1992?
Yeah, so when Ross Perot ran, he was the most successful third-party candidate since the 19-teens. He almost won 20% of the vote. He didn't win any single state, but he was included in the presidential debates alongside George H.W. Bush and Bill Clinton. And one sort of, I think, political folklore story that came out of that election is that Ross Perot may have cost George H.W. Bush re-election, but the analyses that have been done that have looked at that question actually show that he kind of pulled equally from potential Bush and potential Clinton supporters. So if anything, probably his biggest impact was one, he brought out more voters to the polls than probably would have otherwise turned out to vote if he hadn't run. And also he sort of sharply focused the debate on things like the national debt, on trade with Mexico in particular. One result was that we had a winning presidential candidate, Bill Clinton, that only won 43% of the vote. So more than half the country voted for somebody else. And so potentially that could have hurt maybe President Clinton's mandate when he entered office. I think it also gave rise to the belief in a person with business experience or a business background, maybe having a different outlook, a different political perspective. And I don't think it's a straight line from, say, Ross Perot to our current president, Donald Trump, but I think there are some parallels, right, drawing on his business experience, for example. In terms of the two-party system, I think sort of 1992 was the high water mark for Ross Perot. He ran again in 1996, got less than half of the votes that he did in 92, and since then we haven't really had a third-party candidate that's made much of a splash. So in that sense, he didn't sort of change the way our presidential elections are conducted. There are a couple of independents who are sort of considering running in the 2020 election. My prediction is that they won't have anywhere near the size of impact that Ross Perot did in 1992.